Hello guys, just gonna make a quick Saints Row 2 tier list. So yeah, this is basically a franchise that I like more than GTA when it comes to certain games, because this ends up being one of the worst franchises to go downhill, man. Like, probably the worst, with the direction they take from just one game, and then it just gets worse and worse as it goes on. Like, it's insane, man. Like, my god. But yeah, let's start with the original game, Saints Row. S tier game, better than any GTA game, but that's just my opinion. And to me, GTA was always copying Saints Row to me, and people always called it a GTA clone because it was a crime game, but it was way different. I mean, like, if they decided to keep one choice, people definitely would say, yeah, it's fully a GTA clone because of, you know, the way green, but they changed it to purple because, man, if they actually kept the green, I mean, there was kind of green purple, but yeah, if they kept the green, because it was mainly the green that kind of took over, yeah, people 100% would call it a GTA clone. But for the people who actually played it, it was way different from GTA, man. And it fully focused on the gun element, where San Andreas only focused on it a little bit, and all the other games were just totally different anyway. And it was just such a special franchise when it first started anyway. But yeah, just great characters, great story, some awesome unlockables. It's a great open world game, open world crime game anyway. Yeah, great soundtrack, like just from like underground rappers and stuff at the time. But yeah, and you have some songs that you just know anyway. But yeah, but I'd say the music kind of gets better going into some other games. But yeah, depends on what you like though, because man, when it comes to like the true rap and hip hop, like, man, probably the best in this game, to be honest. Even though like the next Saints Row game has a lot bigger songs, but yeah, let's get to that game. Saints Row 2 S, but it goes over the original Saints Row. My favourites, you know, flipping open world game of all time. A complete huge step up from the first game, adding so much more to Stillwater. Just all the possibilities of exploring, all the Easter eggs you can find, just being able to also do things like how you did in Saints Row 1, where you can take on multiple guns at the same time instead of like one story straightforward, and you have to take on one gun at a time, like some future games. Like, you can literally switch which gun you want to take on at a time, like, and do it in any order. Yeah, and you really could play how you want to play, really, because future games were supposed to like give you more options on how you take on stuff, but they actually decided to give you less options. Yeah, and the soundtrack in this game, my god, this got me into like 80s music. Yeah, there was Vice City, but I played that a bit late, to be honest. I didn't because yeah, I played it in high school because people just like had a USB with the game on it, and I was just giving it around, and I got to play it a little bit. But yeah, I didn't fully play it until later on, man. But yeah, my first love for 80s music came from Saints Row 2. Yeah, you could say San Andreas, but yeah, like when I started to play San Andreas a lot more later on, because yeah, I played it as a kid, but I mainly listened to like certain radio stations. Yeah, because yeah, San Andreas got me into many genres of music, but man, Saints Row 2 is where I started to like actually start to care, and then like I started to find out about a lot of awesome songs from San Andreas. But yeah, just the story as well, improvement, more character improvements, more emotional moments, which, my god, has one of the saddest game deaths ever. Like, goddamn, you could say twice as well if you want to include that. But yeah, this game's just a huge step up, like the customization, even better than the first game. Well, there's like probably one or two things that was kind of like a downgrade with the customization, like with the clothing. But it definitely does add a lot more though to make up for it. So yeah, like a lot more options, like customizing your crib and stuff. But yeah, just, man, the possibilities. Yeah, and I feel like the graphics are kind of a downgrade, but they do add more detail in like how you can customize the face and make it look like celebrities. Like, I used to use Marcus Garlic to like create celebrities like Snoop Dogg and stuff, Rihanna, which I recently did a playthrough with. Yeah. It's just, and there's just so many good things about this game. I could go on forever. Obviously the music's an improvement, The pedestrians are the best pedestrians in any game I've ever played. They're so lively. Sometimes you can see people cheerleading, you can see hoes and pimps fighting each other, like bikers having flipping wars with the police, just anything could happen at any time. Like, this city was so alive. Ah, man, it was so good. GTA's never been that good with its city. Like, San Andreas, probably the best I've seen. And some random stuff can happen in other GTA games, like 4, but just the way how Saints Row 2 did it is truly the best. Like, the amount of randomness you can see in this game, and just giving, you know, a lot of the NPCs their own animations. Like you can see mimes, cheerleaders, like I said, just hell. Even you can start performing the animations with them, which is just insane. Like, or if you go to a club, you'll start dancing. You can cheerleader with the cheerleaders, like just all the options. Like, you see someone smoking, like you can smoke with them. It's just, oh my god, it's just the game's just flip, and you can flip in, like pick up anything from the ground. Like, there's just the possibilities, that everything they added into this game. Like, because it was kind of a mixture of like a serious story and over the topness, and they just, if only like they stayed with this formula, because it was so good. Like, it was so good. Like, there was nothing else like it, man. I love this game to death. The multiplayer, if you're just counting the single player, that is beyond amazing, beyond a masterpiece. But then when you actually add the flipping multiplayer too, and then there's co-op, like you can play it with someone to make it even better. It's just the best open world game ever. That's what I'm saying. That's really all I can say. The best open world game ever, in my opinion. Yeah, man. And then we get to Saints Row the Third B. Yeah. I mean, playing it for the first time, I don't know if I'd put it in A because I was like a kid back then, but even I felt like, man, there was so much missing from this game. And then we actually found out later on that basically they removed, like, was it 60 or 70, maybe more content from the game? Like, what? Why would you remove so much content from the game? And then the direction of the story, they went full goofy instead of like a balance of the story being serious and then the gameplay being goofy. No, they made the story and the flipping gameplay goofy, and it's just, you idiot. Like, why would you do that? I mean, it kind of created a new fan base, and if you like this game over the old games, okay, but we just had it too good. We had it too good with the first two games. We had it too good, yeah. I mean, if we're counting this towards like the later games, it has aged well. Like, if you're talking about the recent game, oh god, yeah, it's definitely aged well. But I still can't put it in like A or never S. It will never be an S game to me. But there probably was one time where I'd put it in A, but at this point, it's a B game. It'd be even worse if I was like still had my teen mind, but as an adult mind, I'm just like, yeah, I'll just leave it in B. It's a above average game. Like, there is still stuff in it, but it takes away so much. Like, so much content was removed, and you literally find out that people actually removed content from the game. The people who made this was also on drugs, so it kind of makes sense why the story was going downhill. Adding supernatural stuff like zombies, that was just like a side thing, like not even canon to the story, actually a part of the story. It's just, my god, what the hell. Some of the characters that had like Oleg and Angel, Kenzie's gone on me, but she doesn't fully feel like a Saints Row character. Like, they're okay characters, they're okay additions, and the characters still feel like gangsters, but then the story's just going so goofy, and it ends up affecting them in future games too. And then man, when we get to the last game on the list, but yeah, you can have fun with it. It has cool weapons, customization's good, but it's a downgrade. It's a downgrade, yeah. Saints Row 4, man, it's an A, and some people are like, are you stupid? Why are you putting Saints Row 4 in the A and you're putting Saints Row the 3rd in B? But, you know, if I'm not counting it as a Saints Row game, it's a flipping awesome game. Like, it's one of the best superhero games I've ever played, if not the best. But if we count it as a flipping Saints Row game, it's flipping hell. Get out of here, you silly goose. It's basically there if you count it as a Saints Row game, but as just a flipping superhero game and not really count it as a Saints Row game, it's A. Yeah, even Angry Joe would agree with this, but you know, because he gave it like 8 or 9 or something. I can't remember. Now I think he gave Saints Row 2 a 9, and which should be 10 to be honest, and this game at 8 because it's just so fun, man. This game's so fun. If you ignore the dumbest story ever made, like, this game is so fun. I don't care. This game is fun. Like, it's so fun, even by yourself. Like, co-op, like, oh my god, the whole city is done. Like, you're gonna destroy the whole city with the powers, man. Like, because, man, the powers they add, it's just so fun. And then it's just, they even make, like, something that was just, like, so ludicrous, like adding aliens. Like, they literally give it such good writing for, like, the main alien Zinyak. Like, they give him some flipping Shakespeare writing, literally. Like, my god. So he's a good villain, and if I was doing a Saints Row villain tier list, he'd probably be at the top, but it's just, he's not Saints Row. Like, Saints Row's a gangster game, it's not supposed to have flipping aliens. Like, my god, but I don't care, the game was fun to play, but the story's just batshit crazy. Blowing up the Earth, flipping in a simulation, then I guess at the end they do time travel to, like, maybe erase what just happened to the Earth, and I don't even want to think about them basically making the reboot. Which, yeah, it's obvious what I'm going to be like with the reboot, yeah. But yeah, it's a fun game. I got out of hell, haven't played, but it just looks like dog shit and it's short anyway. Flipping sinning, like, what the hell? I'm not even sure what this says. I don't know if this means DLC or something, but we'll come back to that. Money shot, I haven't played, but I've seen gameplay. It just looks okay. Like, if it was a mobile game, I'd probably play it. And it seems like you actually get to do something that we should have had as the main plot in flipping Saints Row 3. Like, what the hell? If you know what I mean. Yeah. Undercover. I'm not even sure if I've touched this game. It's an unfinished game anyway, but I'm just playing it. Haven't played anyway. Haven't played. So I think that's a mobile game. For this, I don't even know what it says, but the reboot. Oh god. Whatever. We'll just put it there. One of the worst games ever made, the worst game of 2022. It's a flipping insult to the franchise. It killed the franchise, which I'm surprised it took that long from all the other games they made, like, you know, Ages of Mayhem and stuff. Like, Jesus. Like, if Saints Row 4 wasn't fun to play, this probably would have killed the franchise. Hell, I think it nearly did. But in this game, it was beyond so bad. It was even fun to play. Like, I literally played it recently again, and it's just so flipping boring. And the controls are terrible, and some people still have glitches on PS5. It's just and the characters are cringe, and it's just, I can't. Just even talk about this game just hurts. It hurts so much that things got this bad. I heard that originally they was gonna make a game that basically combines the best elements of Saints Row 2 and Saints Row 3, so it would make both fans happy, but no. I think people say it's Deep Silver. It was their decision to make the wokest and crappiest open world game ever made. Like, yeah, and they was kind of forced to make this, and then some of the people who'd even tried to fight it just probably went with it. Like, you deserve to lose your job. I'm sorry. The ones who didn't really have a choice at all and just was doing what they was told to, you know, get the money they need to live. Like, obviously I feel bad for them, but the ones who literally had the decision to, you know, stop this from happening, you deserve to lose your job, I'm sorry. And also insulting the fans, like, screw you. Yeah, it's just, this game's so bad. I've talked about this game enough, so, yeah. The worst game in the franchise, one of the worst open world games, if not the worst, because I can't think of any other awful open world games right now. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this franchise. Basically, Volition closed down recently, and that's basically it for the franchise, but yeah. It's just sad how this franchise ended up, but yeah. It really is sad because the people who made the first two games, you are my childhood. You made games I'd always go back to. Like, my god, I love the first two games, but the way how the franchise ended up, man. Even though I have a lot of fun with the fourth one, and there's somewhat fun in the third one, but to me it's where the franchise went downhill with the third game. Like, the over the top nature, and you somehow decided to not even have like a serious or over the top. They went with flipping boring with cringe characters. Like, man, they couldn't even make Saints Row 3 fans happy. Like, it ended up, you know, Volition arguing against both the old fans like me and the new fans, and we ended up teaming up to go against Volition, and, you know, they're basically shut down now. Yeah. That's what you get for making complete trash. Yeah. And that's where I'll just end this. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.